Hi, I'm Richard Mann. You know, one of the most fantastic things about Gunsite Academy is the instructing foundation established by Jeff Cooper and the continuation of that legacy by the fantastic cadre that work here. This is the training director at Gunsite, Dave Hartman. Dave, like all of the other cadre here, you have a pretty extensive background dealing with firearms, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
How did you get started?
Well, my grandfather at that age,
Yeah.
then from there progressed into the Marine Corps, where I actually got my first indoctrination, formal training.
Right.
After the Marine Corps, I hired on the Orange County Sheriff's Department, spent 27 years there, retired as a patrol supervisor. I worked all facets of law enforcement over there. I was instructing over there since about 1988.
Firearms instructor.
Firearms,
right.
driving, tactics, use of force. So I ran our tactical training center for a few years. I got my Gunsite start in about 2003. I came out here, always wanted to do it, did it, fell in love with it, continued training here.
What was your first class here?
Just like every other instructor, no matter where they came from, the 250.
250 pistol class.
The 250 pistol class.
So how did you move up? I guess you went through you started as a coach and then range master, and then how did you end up as a training director?
Well, I went through all the process, and I was just an adjunct instructor just like everybody else, and one day there was a change in staff, and Ken asked me if I wanted to be the training director, and I said, let me think about it for 30 seconds. Yes, and here I am.
That's great. And as training director, you assign instructors to classes. What are some of your duties there?
Oh, it's scheduling classes, writing classes, putting the instructors in the appropriate classes, put out the bids for the classes for the instructors to bid on. So hiring new instructors, retiring older instructors,
right,
so to speak.
Pretty cool. So remember, when you come to Gunsite, the instructors that you're going to be dealing with and talking to have real world experience dealing with firearms, and not just out on the range necessarily or hunting, but in a situation where they've actually pointed guns at people in a minute when they did it, right?
Yes, sir, we did. That's what gives us credibility here.
Exactly. So when are you coming to Gunsite?
Gunsite Academy, originally the American Pistol Institute, was founded by former Marine Jeff Cooper in 1976. It's the oldest civilian firearms training academy in the world, with more than 50 instructors and 26 ranges covering 3,200 acres. Gunsite Academy trains thousands of civilians, law enforcement, and military personnel each year. Often called the Harvard of handguns and the Camelot of the Great Southwest, Gunsite is freedom's backbone.